So I would now like to welcome Mr. Navengit Yadav, Senior Assistant Vice President Technology at EXL Services, the Digital Solutions Center. Welcome, Mr. Yadav.
Good evening, everyone, and a very happy Republic Day to all of us. Thank you for inviting me.
You too. Now, Mr. Yadav has more than 18 years of extensive IT experience, primarily focused on technical deliverables. Lately, his role has been in providing thought leadership, technical training, conducting reviews pertaining to design and architecture, making client presentations in relation to technology, product evaluations, creating proof of concepts, and mentoring. He has worked in domains such as banking, insurance, hospitality, and healthcare. Throughout his extensive career path, he has worked on technologies such as Java, JavaScript-related frameworks, databases, DevOps, cloud, and much more. Welcome, Mr. Yadav. We are very glad to have you here at Skills Factor 2022. Over to you. Start the session whenever you're ready.
Absolutely. Thank you, Maya. And I hope I'm loud and clear. Am I audible?
Yes, okay. Yes, you are. Yeah.
Okay, so in the interest of time, I know we are running a bit late, so I'll be quite succinct and to the point and direct. Since the topic is Java for beginners, and if I define beginners, it's a highly abstract word in today's world. All of us are beginners because every now and then the way technology is evolving, we have to keep up pace with the technology, even if it is Java, even if it is Python, even if it is JavaScript and all. So beginners is definitely, it is a term which applies to all of us. So that is one notion that we should keep in mind in today's session. Agenda of today's session, I'll be talking about why Java is important. You can say I'll be just trying to match up with whatever latest trends are there in market today. What are the footprints of Java right now in our various industry standards and jobs and growth in the Java world? So before we just embark upon the discussion, I would like to give a 10 seconds thought to this, a very good proverb. Like most good programmers do programming not because they expect to get paid or get adulation by the public, but because it is fun to program. Believe me, this is the most important part of this session. It is all about fundamentals. Whatever technology we are working on, it is all about the fundamentals and whether you are enjoying or not. So all the languages that we work upon, it is end of the day is that you will be able to resolve a particular issue with any of the languages which are there in the market, whether it is Java, whether it is Python, whether whatever languages are. It is all about a few languages would be a bit verbose, few languages would be a bit succinct in their approach, so on and so forth. So having said that, we can embark upon Java for beginners and all, and about the career, you can say platform they can choose upon. So why Java is so important in this, you can say, competitive world and all. It is beginner friendly. When I talk about it is beginner friendly, it is all about object oriented. Whenever examples are given for Java, it is all about car, vehicles, house. So you tend to see all the objects. Whenever a problem statement in Java comes to us, it is primarily for the objects which we see around us. So it is very easy to identify the solution since it is an object-oriented language, and that's why it becomes a beginner-friendly language, because from that balance. We have updated features coming on Java very frequently. So when we talk about the updated features, the way Java, the recent version of Java is Java 17, which got released in September 2021. And every 6 months, Java releases new features within the license of OpenJDK, and this is how Java keeps abreast with latest you can say features. It also provides you with the security patches and update. So hence Java keeps on with the latest pace, and whatever even the different technologies are having features, Java try to keep a pace with all these you can say competitive features, such as Lambda features are there, functional programming things are there, which got introduced with Java 8, and we have all those things with Java as well. Code portability and security. This is one of the, you can say, the critical point for a pivotal point, I would like to say, for Java success. Portability means you just write it once and you just execute it anywhere, whether it is a Mac OS, whether it is a Unix platform, or whether it is Windows platform. You just need a JVM machine and your code runs in it. And that's why Java is very secure. The reason being it runs within a JVM. It doesn't just run everywhere. It runs within a particular boundary, and that's why and the security patches that comes with Java, whatever the encryption mechanism comes with Java, definitely it is a very secure language and all. Open source library support. When we talk about open source library support, Java has enriched open source library support. It is not that you are just writing anything right from scratch. Whatever libraries are being provided, Apache, you can say Apache Commons library are there. We have Google Guava is there. So there are n number of such open support libraries where you can get a lot of support whenever you are trying to write such code. Java Enterprise Edition. When we talk about Java Enterprise Edition, such as huge organization or big organization, we always try to go for the enterprise solutions. We have big softwares, and right from, you can say, when the Java was in its nascent state somewhere around early 90s and all, Java came out with the Enterprise Edition, where we have the concept of trying to create web servers, application servers, trying to give you the Enterprise Edition so that end-to-end solution can also be made. Rich community support. I think I don't have to say anything about the rich community support. You just write anything in Java on your browser, and definitely myriads, and you can say you'll get slew of suggestions and solutions over the internet, and it has rich community support. Even if you're not able to get anything right, believe me, the solution would be right across. For example, very recently we had an issue with the Log4j API. It is one of the Apache library API, the vulnerability that came into, and that really made a mess with the Java world lately in December. And believe me, because of this rich community, the problem was handled so beautifully that different, you can say, team members were able to identify an issue with the Log4j issues, and eventually Apache came out with a solution and the problem got fixed. This is an issue which can happen with some other competitive market. For example, Python. Python is definitely, it is also a 30 years old language. However, when we talk about the rich community support, Java definitely overpass other languages very easily. Wide range of development tools are there. If you talk about the integration development environment, we have Eclipse, we have NetBeans, we have IntelliJ. You talk about the integrated development support you get. That is a quick mode of development whenever we are doing in Java. So your development won't be lengthy. It will be very succinct way, a very definite way of reaching about enormous. Next point is enormous application development on Java. You name any domain, whether it's healthcare, whether it is banking, whether it is hospitality, and everywhere you will just find Java. High demand, definitely. Since it is for beginners, I would like to say that I am part of the recruitment within my organization, that I have been part of my previous organization as well. So Java is an area where you have the demand, the supply we do not get at a high rate. So definitely it is an area which is high in demand. And when we talk about the dominant against allies, it is all about the comparison between languages which are happening these days. It could be Python, it could be JavaScript or the related framework, if I try telling you. So these are two type of indices worldwide which are being measured. One, the left hand side is the TOB index and right hand side is a PYPL. The way they are based is what you can say people are searching for different languages over the internet. And if you see, definitely Python has scored above Java in the recent years. This is for 2021, and Python is in top, and you can see in the first three languages Java definitely scores. And on the right hand side quadrant, Java is on the you can say second number. So considering Java to be a 30-year-old language, and the way it is evolving, the way new features are getting added to it, the way things are added in Java, really makes that future of Java is definitely bright. If I talk about Java footprints, this is definitely a very important, you can say, area where all we are using Java. Mobile applications, we are using Java. This is an area where the competitor, because Python is definitely a close competitor with the Java in terms of usage. In mobile application, Java definitely overpass Python. It is a de facto, you can say, language which we use in Android development, desktop GUI. If we talk about whether it is we are using Swift, we are using SWT, AWT toolkit and all, we have Java. Web-based application. If somebody wants to make a career in web-based applications, we have a very excellent frameworks which are developed in Java. It could be Spring is you can say an open source framework which is being developed and maintained by Pivotal right now. You can say that is a quick way of developing softwares in Spring. You can say frameworks such as Spring Boot, Spring MVC, Spring Data JPA there, which basically helps you to integrate very well with the database sort of an application. And this is an area where Python doesn't score much. Whenever the integration with the database comes in, Java definitely has it scores above rest of the competitor languages. Cloud-based application nowadays, I think it would be there is no point discussing cloud solutions with us. So Java is definitely one of the de facto languages that we generally use with the cloud-based development. For example, AWS provide us with SDK library, and you can just integrate that library because it's a you have Java based APIs are there. You can integrate in very well. You can create solutions for the cloud based solutions where you can if you want to consume any service of the cloud, whether it is a queue service, whether it's an email service, or whether it is a file management service, or whatever service you want to explore, you can use Java based solutions over there. You do not have to go out of you can say Java to some other vendor for that. Enterprise applications, like whether they are portals, whether they are you can say intranet applications are being developed, everywhere you'll find Java as a de facto solution which is being used because it is secured. It has write once and use everywhere sort of a concept is there. Gaming applications, it is not limited only to the enterprise sort of an application. Gaming applications also can be developed very easily and very you can say succinctly using Java. Minecraft application, if you have played, it's being developed in Java, and all scientific applications can be developed in Java. Talking about applications like MATLAB, which is I remember originally used by the people from electronic background. This is being developed in Java. Big data technology. I think this is a in thing where most of the time you see people working on solutions provided in Python, because Python is definitely enriched solutions for the data analytics and all. However, we have tools such as we have Apache Mahout is there, we have Hadoop is there. So such type of Apache, you can say Kafka is there, Spark is there. So all these, you can say, solutions which are created, they are developed in Java only. So Java is a language which we have spread across length and breadth of the domains and length and breadth of the applications. So you can say that's why Java is being used everywhere.
Yeah.
Coming to you can say a critical point about growth in Java. I think sky is the limit in Java right now. Even if you're coming out of college, if you know the basics of Java very well, I don't think so there is any industry, any technology, you can say any industry, or for that matter, any organization which is not having projects of Java, or their enterprise solutions are not supporting Java. So yes, Java is in thing and it has a great future. I have been in industry for 18 years and I haven't seen a single day where I'm not learning new things in Java. Every day, either it is a new API being given by some of the third-party vendors, or you are finding something new in code. Every day we are learning new things, and it keeps you abreast and pace with the latest trends. And it is a language. It's I think for next how many years or decades it will be with us. I cannot comment on that. But yeah, if you see the trend in this slide, Python is definitely taking over Java in the recent trends, considering the type of solutions Python can provide in data science, data analytics, and such areas. Java, it does have solutions. However, every language, you can't always compare lions and the sharks. They both are the best in their own turfs. Similarly for Java and Python, we can't just replace one language with the other language. They have their beauty. That's why they are there. And so that's in the nutshell. I just wanted to give you a high level view, and the interest of time, I just wanted to be as crisp and trying to cover most of the points. Questions, Maya, I'll be more than happy to take questions.
Yes, thanks, Mr. Yadav. I think let's take one or two questions. There are loads of them, and for the remaining, we can email you, and then we can circle back to our participants.
Perfect.
One question.
Let's ask one. This is something that I get asked all the time when I'm meeting new learners who are interested in taking up IT immediately after completing their engineering. So a classic question is, should I enroll in a full stack Java course, or is full stack Python gonna be able to give me a better career and more money? So how do we answer that?
See, the very first thing which I showed you on the slide is there's a very famous dialogue in the movie Three Idiots: don't run after success, run after excellence, right? So with that intent, I think it is take a step back, think what excites you more. And coming from a very conservative school of thought in programming, I think since I have learned Java right from the fundamentals of polymorphism, abstraction, encapsulation, then slowly building projects on there, right? The way Java works is it gives you more lines of code, and Python is primarily very succinct and very less number lines of code. So in this way, since you can say whatever we type on screen, Java is more verbose. Python is definitely very crisp out there. It is definitely possible that with Python, the initial developer might not be able to understand the intricacies behind the scene. He will be able to turn around solutions quickly, and he might feel very happy. Okay, I'm doing great, I'm doing good. But I somewhere feel from the fundamentals point of view, this is definitely my take. I would like to give more points to Java, because we tend to develop, write more code over there. We try to be more fundamentally aligned to the algorithmic part of things. We develop more algorithms in Java as compared to Python. Python has number of libraries. So if you ask me today, as for a beginner, if you have a choice, right, and let keep money as a side, I don't think so that should be one of the factors to evaluate. I think one should go for Java, because in future it would really be easier for somebody from switching to Java to Python. However, vice versa won't be possible.
Perfect.
Because right.
That's perfect. It's exactly, I think that's exactly what our learners want to hear, especially from somebody who's got that experience. It's like verifying, so I was right, I chose it right, so I should just continue with it instead of coming under peer pressure, right? Many of our learners, they feel that it's writing shorter codes, it's easier, it's better, it's faster to do. But yeah, I think they always need that reassurance, and especially coming from someone with that much of experience, I think that adds a lot of value. Thank you.
These are the two that we can do.
Okay, so for the first part, Kotlin or Java, they both are JVM based languages. Kotlin. Kotlin is primarily used for mobile development. That is being used for Android development now. Kotlin is very much in thing. Kotlin has an edge over Java in considering the approach, the way it is being written. However, they both are JVM-based languages. That's where Kotlin is used for the Android development primarily. I haven't used Kotlin much. And MATLAB, I think this is used somewhere in developing electronic solutions. If we talk about there, we are scientific solutions. MATLAB is primarily used.
Fabulous. Thank you so much, Mr. Yadav. This was extremely useful for our participants who are looking to build a career in Java.